are a public nightmare kind of thing. So yeah, that kind of side of thing didn't really worry me that much because I kind of saw what they were doing with the film, but I would like to have seen them perhaps do a lot more with the world. Like, this is one of those movies where I kind of hope that they do like a spin-off television series or something like that, because I would really like the chance to like be in this world for longer and get to love this world a little bit more.
Yeah, I know they do a lot of sequel, like TV series that follow on from these kind of movies, so that might be on the cards. It did seem like a movie that could be expanded on, like the world itself could be expanded on, and yeah, like I guess there was like there's a lot of I don't know. I to go back to the humor, like I did enjoy a lot of the little puns and stuff. Like, I mean, mostly that was kind of what the world building consisted of. It was just kind of like our world, but with like puns and fantasy tropes thrown in there. Like they go to I think that they go to a burger restaurant at one point. It's kind of like a Hungry Jack's or a McDonald's, but it's I think it's called Shire Burger or something like that. Yeah, and there was some like signs in there saying now serving second breakfast.
Yeah,
and like things like that. I was laughing at things like that. I thought were really funny. So yeah, the movie does have a lot of amusing moments like that in it. I guess it's just when I look at the movie a bit more on a serious side, like the characters. I don't know, like, as far as magic goes, and as far as their progression throughout the story goes, I don't know. Whenever the brothers came across a problem, there always seemed to be a convenient magic spell that could solve the problem that Barley knew about. And I mean, this happens multiple times throughout the film. It does feel a bit lazy, a little repetitive at times, and it kind of goes against the idea that people would stray away from this magic. But as you say, it is kind of the point. And I mean, the movie, it does come back around at the end. However, with Ian really growing as a person and mastering his magical abilities as the film goes on. As I said, this was something that I was very surprised as to how well the movie came together at the end. The characters aren't all the characters aren't so great. Like Ian and Barley, I think, go through this really, really amazing journey where Barley learns maturity and Ian gains a better appreciation for how important his brother has been to him throughout his entire life. That was great, but I didn't really think that the supporting characters were really all that good. Like the movie focuses a lot on the boy's mother as she's trying to track them down, and on the Manticore character as well, who's following her around, and it focuses a lot on what they're doing. And I don't know, I'm not sure why the movie kept trying to force that mother into the story, as far as they considering that the main story is about the boys trying to reunite with their father, and I don't know, she seemed kind of indifferent to the prospect of seeing her husband again as she had moved on. I don't know, I just felt like maybe there were some supporting characters in the movie that could have been maybe a bit more, that could have stood out a little bit more than just being a bit more humorous, or failing that, maybe if they had not focused on them quite as much as they did, and instead maybe focused more on the two brothers.
Yeah, definitely, because some of the characters do kind of like pose an interesting kind of discussion point for the movie. Like, you've got Barley and Ian who both kind of talk about not having a father figure, yet their mum is dating a police officer called Colt Bronco, voiced by Mel Rodriguez, and it's like, they seem really anti him, like, but it's like, you guys are asking for like a father figure, and there's kind of one in your life, but you choose to kind of, like, not want to be around him and stuff like that, like, and it kind of seems weird. Like, it's not like their father died like just a year ago, it's like their father died 16 years ago, So, you kind of wonder why they're still so almost anti their mum dating. Like, is it that they don't want their mum dating a cop? Like, what is the reasoning there? Because it doesn't really give you a great insight into why they're so anti this guy. So I guess that kind of raises a few questions, like, and maybe it's something that they could have explored a little bit more. But I guess one of the things I did love about this movie was the voice acting. I thought Tom Holland and Chris Pratt were both sensational with the voice acting. What did you think of those two voicing the brothers?
Yeah, I thought that they're great. I mean, Tom Holland was just in he was just in Spies in Disguise as well. So it's interesting seeing his kind of character that's really kind of, he's an actor who's really kind of come to popularity really quickly. Yeah. And he is a really good voice actor, like, as well. Like, he's a character. He has a voice that can really, I don't know, you really empathize with the characters that he plays. Yeah. Like, they feel a little bit pathetic, but, like, and innocent, but you really do grow to love them. And same as Chris Pratt. He does great voice work as well, working on the Lego movie and things like, and other movies like that. And I think he plays as great the brother really well. I guess the writing of those two characters and the actors that they've chosen to play them both, as I think they were described as, like, Tom Holland and Chris Pratt is, like, real life kind of surrogate big brother from the working on the Marvel movies together. Yeah,
apparently they are really, really close in real life. Yeah. So yeah.
So yeah, like, they do have a good chemistry together in the movie, and I think that's really the movie. The best part of the movie for me was those two characters and their bonding, and definitely their voices really added to that. The other characters as well, I did like. I liked them, but there was nothing really that stood out to me as much as Tom Holland and Chris Pratt.
Yeah. And also what I like about both of those two is when you're watching a movie where they're voicing the characters, you're not sitting there the entire time going, I'm listening to Tom Holland and Chris Pratt. They both kind of, like, do enough with their voice so that you do believe that they're the character that they are playing, that they're voicing at the time. So I guess that leads to the big question. What are you going to give this 1 out of 5?
I'm going to give this one 3.5 out of 5. I can't pretend that I didn't enjoy it. I really had a great time watching it, and I guess I just wish that there had been kind of the same thing that you had said in the last episode about Sonic, that maybe a little bit more creativity had gone into making this world work. I don't want to say that that they didn't put any effort into it at all, but yeah, just maybe a little bit more creativity to really make this world believable, rather than being something that you just had to completely push away any disbelief in order to enjoy the movie.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give this one 4 out of 5. I did really, really enjoy it. I loved the creativity that Pixar showed with this movie, like something completely out of the box for them, because I felt for a little while now that Pixar's been in a little bit of a rut, and that DreamWorks have been making better movies than them. So yeah, for me, I really, really love this. Like, it looked at things that I love in life, so I think that kind of helped as well. But yeah, I'm going to give this one 4 out of 5. And that's it for another episode of the Popcorn Conspiracy. I gave Onward 4 out of 5. Kyle gave it 3.5 out of 5. If you're a Pixar movie, go along, check it out, see what you think of it. But for now, I've been Dave G.
And I've been Kyle.
And we'll be back very, very soon with another episode of the Popcorn Conspiracy.